Welcome to How to Create a PDF for free. A PDF is a portable document file. It's a type of file that was created by Adobe as a way to store electronic documents. PDFs have become popular as a way to create electronic books or e-books, and we'll talk about some of the reasons as we go through this video. Since many people who'd like to create an e-book, a PDF, are on a limited budget, I decided to use completely free software for this demonstration. The word processor that I picked is on almost every Windows PC. It's called WordPad. It has some severe limitations if you're used to using high-end word processors, but it does provide basic editing capabilities and it's free. For example, on this title page that I've started here, I can center the title and I can also change the color. So let's get typing. I'm all finished. How about you? Let's take a look at what I've typed. Of course, I added my name to the title page. If we scroll on down here, you'll notice that on the what will be the second page, I've typed in copyright information, name and address, and then I put a link in where you can download a copy of this PDF. Now notice this link is in blue. High-end word processors are smart enough to let me paste in a link and automatically put them in blue, and some of them even leave the link as a clickable link. Notice that it is not in WordPad, so all I did was paste the link in from my browser. I highlighted it and then went up and selected the color blue up in my palette. Now, as it turns out, the PDF creation software we're going to use is smart enough to recognize this link and turn it into a clickable link in the PDF document. So everything will work as we would like it to as we go forward. Let me show you something else. In this section here, notice there are some pictures of what the windows will look like as we begin to install the PDF creation software. Now, the way I got these pictures here, in case you didn't know, is that the active window on a Windows computer can be captured to the graphics clipboard by holding the Alt key and the print screen. And then all I have to do is paste it into my document by selecting Edit and then Paste, and that will put a copy of the graphic into my document here. So to get these kinds of graphics in, you don't even need a graphics editing program or any graphics experience whatsoever. And there's another place where I've used a graphic, though, that I did use a little graphics program. But I didn't let you down. I didn't use a program that cost any money to get this little graphic, which is the graphic icon for the install of the PDF software. I used Paint, which is again on almost every Windows PC, and I used it to take a screen capture again, and I pasted that into Paint and then cut out this little picture of the icon. So that's all the graphics work I've done, again with free software. Working all the way through, and my document is complete here with some URL links at the end. So let's save this document, and the next thing we want to do is go get the software we need to actually create a PDF. If you haven't already, be sure and save your document. You wouldn't want to lose all that hard work. Now you might be thinking, why don't I just distribute that file rather than having to go through the process of creating a PDF? And the answer is you could distribute that file. But if you distribute the file that you just created with WordPad, then people will be able to copy, change, and take your hard work and use it whether you give permission or not. And that's one of the advantages of a PDF. You can create a PDF in such a way that people can only read it. They can't copy the text out of it, and if you want, you can even set it so they can't print it. Well, let's go to a website where we can download some free PDF creation software. I'll paste the URL in my browser and bring it up. Don't worry if you can't read that URL now. I'll put it at the end of this video. On this page, you'll notice it says this PDF creation software is free for commercial and non-commercial use. It's distributed under a public license, and so it's okay to download this and use it. The download's in two parts. It's because of the way a lot of these PDF creation softwares work, is that there is a converter, and then there's another part of the download which is actually a printer driver, because the way this works is that it adds a new printer to your computer. It's not a real printer, it's a virtual printer, and you select it and print to it, and it creates the PDF. So let's download these files, and then we'll install them. Here are the two downloads off the website. This is, by the way, where I picked up the two little images of the icons that I showed you earlier. I just did the trick that I mentioned, Alt Print Screen, to capture this window, and then I pasted that into Paint. Then I copied out, one at a time, I copied out just the little portion containing each image, pasted it back into Paint, and saved each one as a separate image. I didn't read the manual, so I'm not sure if it matters what order you do these installations, so I'm going to do the converter first. Double-clicking the icon brings up this screen where I can start the installation or cancel, but I'm going to start the installation by clicking the Setup button, and it will provide the progress screen that it is proceeding, and then it's done. Now I'll click the other icon and proceed through the installation process. Notice I have a dialog box here with the Next button to click. After I click the Next button, I get a dialog box where I have to accept the company's license agreement, which I will do. That activates the Next button, and now I have a screen where I can proceed with the installation. Get a progress screen, and then after the installation is complete, you'll be presented with a browser screen showing you uninstall instructions and some help information. Here's a full screenshot of that final page of the installation where it shows you help information and uninstall. Okay, I've opened up my WordPad document. Let's see how we create a PDF. I'll come over to the File menu, click File, and then I'll come down to the Print option and click that. Notice that on this printer dialog box I have already selected a printer in here that is a PDF writer. Now, this is how the magic occurs. I'll click Print and show you what happens. Notice here that it presents a dialog box with a Save As option to save a file. This is my file that will become my PDF. So I'm going to provide a new name rather than the one that's selected. I'm going to call it How to Create a PDF for free. And then click Save. Printer driver goes through the process of creating the output from the WordPad document as a PDF file. Let's take a look. I've opened up the window where the PDF was created. Notice you'll see the icon there for the Adobe PDF Acrobat Reader, and we'll double click that to take a look at the document. This is the PDF we just created viewed in Adobe Reader. Let's take a look at it. I'll scroll down to the copyright information page. Notice that URL that we typed in and made it blue and wasn't active in WordPad, that the PDF creation software is smart enough to make that into a URL link, and Adobe Reader recognizes it, and if we click on that it would open up this website in our browser. Well, in this video you learned how to create a PDF with completely free software. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to find out more about PDFs, there will be links at the end of this video.